All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the hopeful elect, pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth. This is Brother Dequar from the DC camp, coming back at you with another lesson. This is going to be a quick lesson. I'm going to entitle it, Who Are the Real Fools? Because, we hear it a lot, man. People think that what we doing is foolish, and it's not going to have a reward, or we doing what we doing for no reason. They think it's foolish, man. So I'm gonna call them. I'm entitled as "Who Are the Real Fools," man. Because to them we look foolish. To the world we look foolish, but we know that they are the real fools. All right. Now I'm gonna start with the Hebrew word. The Hebrew word for fool is nabal. It means foolish, senseless, fool. And the word and the definition for foolish means lacking good sense or judgment, to be unwise. And to not believe in this truth is fucking foolish, man. You lack good sense, you lack judgment, okay? You're reprobate, and you're unwise. It's just simply unwise to not listen to the Lord, man, and to not trust the Lord, all right? And you can see on the screen the quote. It says, "The real fools are those too scared to look foolish." All right. So let me get straight into the scriptures. Like I said, it's not gonna be a long. Got a few scriptures lined up, and then I'm gonna close. This is 1 Corinthians 4 and verse 10. It says, well, I'll start from verse 9. It says, "For I think that the Most High have set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to the angels, and to men." Yeah, people say we out there looking stupid, We're made a spectacle, man. To the world, and to angels, and to men. It says, "We are fools for Hamashiach's sake. But ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised." Right. So we look like fools, but for the sake of the Lord. But really, we and none that follow us and listen to us, we're wise, man. We look weak out there, man. We weak. We don't really have a lot of power, but at the end of the day, we are strong because we got the Lord as our power. And it's a very honorable thing, what we doing. But to the world, in this world, we are despised, man. So the world looks at us as fools. And to say what we doing is foolish. Matter of fact, what's the next one? 1 Corinthians 1 and verse 17. "For Hamashiach sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with wisdom of words, lest the cross of Hamashiach be made of none effect. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High." Right? We don't come using these big scholarly words. That's not who the Most High chose. He chose the weak things of the world to confound the wise. All right? So we come just preaching the gospel, man. It says, "For the preaching of the cross to them that perish, foolishness." So when we preaching salvation, it's for the elect of Israel, for you Negroes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and for any of you that believe in this truth. They say that that's foolish, but they gonna be the ones to perish. But unto us which are saved, to them that believe, it is the power of the Most High, man. Oh, I think I quoted this. Robert, keep reading. It says, "For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent." Yeah, so these people that think they know something in the world, they always standing on science, so-called science, man. Falsely so-called science. They're going to be ended up being confounded in them days, man. They come at us for, "Oh, you believe in faith is no evidence." Nigga, what you believe in is faith, nigga. It says, verse 20, "Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world?" And that's going to become more and more evident as the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, reveals themselves. Okay. verse 21 says, for after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. See? So it pleased the Lord what we doing, man. To save them that believe. You know? So you got people in this world that think they all smart, you know, but really they foolish. That's why the scriptures say this. 1 Corinthians 3 and 18. It says, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seems to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High, for it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Right. See, so the wisdom of this world is foolishness with him. So if you think you so wise in this world, it says, let him become a fool that you may be made wise. Because like we said, we're going to be looked at as fools. Okay? The scriptures even say in Hosea 9:7, the days of visitation are come, the days of recompense are come, Israel shall know it. The prophet is a fool, the spiritual man is mad, for the multitude of thine iniquity and thy great hatred. So they think that we are fools, man. The prophet is a fool. The spiritual man is mad. You know? But it said Israel should know. We see it, man. We see the days of visitation coming and we going accordingly. The ones who not is foolish, man. Now you got these other camps, man, that they think that they good. Or the law is what's going to save them, man. You know, let me get this. Luke 18. Not Luke 18. Let me see something. I think it is Luke 18. Here we go. This is Luke 18 verse 9. It says, and he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. Yeah. And you got these people, because Great Millstone looked at as the scum of the Israelite world. You got these other people that act as if they got it already. You know, it says 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself. Yeah, because the Pharisees the ones that they administered the laws and things like that, and the publican was like a tax collector, which that was shunned upon. You know, like a cop would be today. You know, it says the Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself. The Most High, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. So he was saying, he praying that he was not like him, man. When he should have been worried about himself. It says, I fast twice in the week. I give tithes of all that I possess. So he's thinking, I follow the laws, you know. It says, and the publican standing afar off would not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven, but smote upon his breast, saying, the Most High be merciful unto me, I am a sinner. To me, I am sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other, for every other that exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. So that guy was a fool, man, because he went and thought that he had it all figured out, but he was more not justified more so than the publican, because the publican knew that he was a sinner, man. You know, it was another example. Luke 20, I think. No. This is Luke 12. And so like, bear with me. This is Luke 12 verse 16. It says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided. Yeah, because you got people that think that we fools because we gave up this world. You know what I'm saying? That we fools because we gave up this world. And they still going to college, they still making money in this world. You know? Well, the rich is not going to save you in the day of wrath. Naked you came into this world, naked you going out, man. You can't take none of that stuff with you. So you think that we foolish, but really you foolish, man. Because you ain't preparing yourself for the coming of the Lord. We storing our treasures in heaven, and you storing it where moth and rust does corrupt. All right. Yeah. Hey, you ain't taking heed to the words of the prophets. Matter of fact, let me get this. It's Proverbs 1:7. It says, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Yeah, so when we try and tell you the right things, you despise it. So the Lord called you a fool. I'm going to jump down to verse 22. It says, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. So you people hate knowledge. You think that this is foolish. You think that this truth, this word, the word of the Lord is foolish, man. And the Lord is calling you foolish. That's why he called you sottish children, man. Salvation is to you, but you want everybody else in it. And you reject it. You calling yourself a Gentile, man. Well, you made yourself a Gentile then. Luke 24:25. It says, then he said unto them, O fools and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. You know? Because you're supposed to believe in the prophets, man. That's how the Lord spake from the beginning of the times, man. If you read your scriptures, you would know that. All right? So who's the real fool? This is Psalms 14 and verse 1. It says, the fool have said in his heart, there is no power, or there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. You know? And it said, and his heart, you said, there is no God. Because you got a lot of these people saying, oh, they go to church and they pray to God and Jesus Christ and all this. But what? The scriptures say their hearts is far from him, man. So even though you say it outwardly with your mouth, but your heart, you don't truly believe there's a power. And that's why you're going to be going to the power of this world for salvation, man. So you a fool. You don't really trust in the Lord. Okay? Let me go to Wisdom of Solomon, because I mentioned how they call us foolish for, what is it? They call us foolish for giving up our lives for the Lord, you know? All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon 3. And I'm starting from the top. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and the departure is taken for misery. You know? And that's what they think. Like, we giving up our... Because, hey, that could be twofold, man. You know? Us physically dying, they think it's unwise for us to go out. They don't think that we have no reward for willing to die for what we believe in. And we also dying daily, man. Giving up our lives for the Lord. They think that that's misery to us. But what? The scripture you read on, it says our hope is full of immortality, man. You know? This is Wisdom of Solomon 5 in verse... I start from the top. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. So far beyond all that they look for. See, they wasn't even looking for it. So now they're gonna be, when the Lord does reveal Himself, they're gonna be troubled. You know, it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Yeah, because they talk down on us, man. It says, we fools account his life madness and his end to be without number, without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? See, so in that day when the Lord show who is who, and the scriptures say, then shall you know a prophet was among them. You gonna see who was the real fool, okay? And that's the this is scripture, man. You know, for all you people that think what we doing is foolish, you the real fool. All right. Verse this is Wisdom of Solomon 4 verse 17. I'm closing this. It says, "For they shall see the end of the wise, and shall not understand what the Most High and his counsel have decreed of him, and to what end the Lord have set him in safety." So they don't see it, man. They don't understand it, man. You know, the scriptures talk about how the darkness didn't comprehend. So you don't even understand the Lord's. It said it was pleasing to him what we doing, and you ain't gonna understand that the end of us, that the Lord set us in that safety, man. You know, until the Lord starts showing his power, then you gonna believe it. You know. So going back to this, the real fools are those too scared to look foolish, because a lot of these people, to quote, a lot of these people, they go with the multitude, man. You know? Which that you do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of your God, man. Because the Lord always deals with the small number, man. You know? So, hey, that's pretty much the point that I wanted. Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson. Till the next one, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakadash. I want to say shalom.